Hey everybody, this is Colin from Studio 1405 at the Poplar Creek Public Library. Welcome to week 4 of our beginner guitar lesson series. This will be the final lesson in the series, and we'll be learning Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. The song is great. I love the song, and it'll teach us a couple new things. We'll learn some new chords. We'll play with a pick for the first time. And we'll also play some little riffs as well. Alright, let's start it off by playing the song. Alright, so obviously we are skipping the guitar solos for this lesson. We're just doing the rhythm part, and that's going to be good enough for us. This song is in the key of G. We'll be using quite a few different chords, but first let's go over the chords we'll be using in the intro. One note about all of these chords in the intro is that your top 2 fingers will stay on the 3rd fret of the top 2 strings for the entirety of the intro. No matter what chord you're playing, these fingers will stay in the same place. So starting with the G chord, we're playing a slight variant of a G, starting with the 3rd fret on the E string, 2nd fret on the A string, open on the D, open on the G, and then the 3rd fret of the B and E. For the E minor chord, we're going to play 2 different variations of this chord. The first one will start on the D string, and the structure in the left hand will look similar and be nearly the same, but starting on the D string, you're going to have your middle finger on the 2nd fret, open on the G, and then 3rd fret of the B and E, and you're going to use your 1st finger to mute the bottom strings. So when you strike it with your right hand, you're only striking the top 4 strings. The second variation of this chord that comes a bit later in the intro is the full E minor, and that starts on the E string, open on the E, 2nd fret of the A, 2nd fret of the D, open on G, 3rd fret of B and E. And that one you just let the whole chord ring out. Moving on to the A, we're going to play another variation of A, where starting on the A string, open on the A, 2nd fret of the D, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B and E. It's a nice A suspended chord right there. Let's keep all these different chord shapes in mind as we're playing this little riff in between the chords. Something that'll be really helpful with guitar is getting your hand into position to play whatever you're playing next. For example, we could play this riff and switch our fingering right before we play the chord, or we could play it like this, where the chord is already in position by the time we get to that part, that section of the song. So keeping that in mind, let's play this first section. So we're going to play a G on the E string, so we'll play the 3rd fret of the E string, and then we'll do what's called a hammer-on. And this will take some getting used to. It'll take a bit of strength, but the idea is we're going to play the open A string and hammer on to the 2nd fret. I just practice that for a little bit, getting comfortable with that motion. So we'll start on that G, start on that 3rd fret of the E string. And then we'll play open and the 2nd fret of the D string. And when I play the song, I like to hit that top note with my middle finger, because that puts my hand in the position to immediately play that E chord. Moving on to the second riff here, we're going to play the 2nd fret of the D string, and then the open D string, 2nd fret of the D, and open on the D string. And then go into your G chord from there. So what we have so far is for the next section of the intro, we will go to that 2nd variation of the E chord, where we let the whole chord ring out. So that riff starts off the same, and then we go to that full E chord, and then starting on the D string, 2nd fret, and then open on the D string, 2nd fret of the A, and open on the A. And from here we'll go to our A suspended chord. And then it sort of skips a beat. So imagine you're playing, but instead of playing that G, you'll just, the timing comes in a little after where it would normally. And once again, you're just doing that little hammer on there, starting on the A string, open on the A string, hammered onto the 2nd fret, open on the D string, 2nd fret of the D string, and repeating that previous riff again. So that's 2nd fret of the D string, open on the D string, 2nd fret of the A string, open on the A string. I hope this is not all too confusing. I'm going to leave a link in the description with the tab and chords for this song. So if you'd rather follow that than try to follow the video of me explaining this, that may be a lot easier. But I'll go over a little bit more of the technique and structure of this song. For the verses of this song, actually for the verse and the chorus and the other, I don't know what you would call the structure of this song, but everything follows the same chord progression. It's just one long chord progression that repeats 3 times. So it starts off, say we just ended that introduction. It starts with the C chord. So you think you could tell, to the D, to an A minor, to a G, to a D, to a C, this is the part I always get confused, to an A minor, then back to a G, and then here's where it repeats the entire section. So from there it goes the C, to the D, to the A minor, to the G, to the D, to the C, to the A minor, to the G. And once again, look in the link below. A lot of this stuff is a lot easier to learn visually, or just play along with the song, and that'll be a good way to learn the progression. The entire structure of the song, usually you would play the introduction twice if you have somebody to play the guitar solo with you. If not, you can just play it once, and then you can go to first verse, second verse, introduction, chorus, outro, which is the same as the introduction. And once again, if you don't have somebody to play the solos, you can just play it once and be done with it. Let's talk about holding the pick and the picking motion. So the way I hold the pick, I'm just sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but I have my thumb flat to the pick like this, and then I'm resting that on my index finger. And it might be your first inclination to just play it real hard. That's not how you're going to get your best sound. What you want to do is be a little delicate with it. And just give it a nice soft pluck. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. The motion, it's a pretty gentle. You're just grazing the pick against the strings. When you're first starting off, you may have some issues where you're playing multiple strings at once. Just start by playing it slowly. Play it slowly, play it with precision. And slowly build up speed after you have a foundation of precision. Another thing you may note when you're picking is that it sounds very different playing it here versus anywhere else on the along the strings. So you play it here. The way that works is the closer that you get to the bridge of the guitar, the brighter that sound is going to be, and the farther away you get, the warmer or darker that tone is going to be. So depending on what song you're playing, you may, if you're playing some bluegrass thing, you may want to be way on the bridge. And if you're playing something really jazzy, you may want to be way up on the neck. For something like Wish You Were Here, I generally play right near the edge of the sound hole. But use your ears and find what sounds good to you. I hope this lesson has all made sense. I'm playing and doing things that I'm finding hard to put into words, but check out the link below. It's a link to a website called ultimateguitar.com. That's where you can find chords and tabs and scores to learn how to play basically any song. And when I was first starting guitar, I just went to that website every day, learned every song that I could possibly learn. It's a great way to learn guitar because you're learning from things that exist and you're learning things that you like. So as you're moving forward, if you followed along with these lessons and you're moving past this, I would just pick songs that you like and go to that website or a similar website and search for those songs, learn how to play those songs, and play things you love. And that's what will keep you playing. So I hope this has been enjoyable for everyone. I'm going to play the song one last time, and that'll be it. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to try? Thanks so much, everybody.